Right. Where do I even start? My name is Josh. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto'S thyroiditis at the beginning of last year already, and I've been working with Michelle since about March, April of last year. Um, yeah, I think Michelle's changed my life, genuinely. In the simplest words I can put it in, she's changed my life. I had a very, very difficult matric year, and yeah, my energy levels were absolutely through the floor. I was living off of Red Bull and coffee and Powerade. I mean, in one of my first sessions with Michelle, I said to her, like, you've got to help me fix my energy levels, because I would wake up in the morning and have a double espresso. I'd get to school by 10 o'clock first break. I'd have a Powerade. I'd get home. I'd crash. I'd pop a Red Bull open, and that's literally the only way that I would get through the day. I'd get my work done and stuff. And it worked, but it was not a long-term solution, and it was killing my body. Along with all of that came insane insomnia. I was going days without sleeping, and yeah, I was genuinely broken. But I pushed through matric, and I got a matric certificate that I was really, really happy with. And I went off to varsity to study a double major in law and accounting at Stellenbosch. And I got almost all the way through my first semester, and exam season of first semester hit, and I absolutely crashed out. I'd been like consistently sick throughout my whole matric year. I went through about 9 rounds of antibiotics in my matric year, and I just kept getting sick and sick and sick, and then I'd be better for a week, and then I'd be sick again and better and sick, and yeah, the sort of same trajectory continued as I started varsity. And I'd sort of just started working with Michelle towards that end part of my varsity journey in 2024. And I was trying to balance sorting my health out and, dealing with all the side effects of years and years and years of treating my body badly and not knowing how to manage everything that was going on, obviously not knowing that I had Hashimoto's. And I made a very, very big, scary decision, but I decided that I was going to discontinue my studies for the 2024 year, and I was going to come back to it when I was stronger. And yeah, it was a terrifying time. But Michelle has literally changed my life. I am now back at varsity. I am now doing my law degree again, and she's given me my life back. I feel like a person again. My sleep is like 40 times better than it used to be. I have not been on an antibiotic literally since I started with Michelle. My whole lifestyle has changed completely. My exercise routine, my eating, all those sorts of things. But it's been the most transformative journey that I think I've ever gone on. And I've grown so much as a person from it. And yeah, I literally owe my life to Michelle. It's a crazy thing to say. But yeah, just through working with her and talking to her and figuring out what works for my body and what doesn't work for my body, and how to keep myself energized, and what can I eat that fuels me right, and what to avoid that makes me feel so there, and all that sort of stuff. It's been absolutely incredible. I am now gluten-free and lactose-free, and I avoid refined sugar as far as possible. I mean, it's a difficult thing to do because there's sugar in so many things. And yeah, as a personal choice, I don't drink anymore, just purely because of the fact that if I'm spending so much time on my health, then why go and jeopardize it with something like alcohol? And yeah, it's hard work, and people ask all the time, oh, but that seems like such a loss, and how do you do all that, and whatever. But I can honestly tell you that I would do it time and time and time again. I would do it 10 times over, 20 times over, 100 times over, if it meant that I got to feel how I feel at the moment, and I got to be the person that I get to be at the moment. Because yeah, for the last year of my life, I have been in the best health I've ever been in my whole life. yeah, it's genuinely, it's been incredible. I was a zombie. I was a zombie for a long time. And those Red Bulls and those coffees and those Energies and those things were the only things that were keeping me going. And just through working with Michelle, she's really, really, really helped me get to a point where I don't have to be a zombie, but I also don't have to drink 3 energy drinks in a day or have 9 million coffees or all those sorts of things. Yeah, it's incredible the work that this woman can do. I knew absolutely nothing about food medicine or like how the way you eat and all those sorts of things can change your health on a whole. I was always a very sick child, and I just kept going back to antibiotics after antibiotic after antibiotic. And obviously it wasn't working right, and we know now that's because my body works a little bit differently. But yeah, just the amount of education that Michelle offered and the amount of information that she had access to, and the fact that if I needed something I could pop her a message and I knew I'd get a reply back. And yeah, it's really been the most incredible journey. I am forever grateful to Michelle. The fact that, you know, when I'm feeling a little bit down and I say to Michelle, listen, my energy levels aren't so great at the moment, like what can I do? And she's like, okay, well, here's this, you're gonna juice some oranges and you're gonna chuck some salt and other things in there and take that in the morning before you head out. And yeah, it's just the fact that it feels like you've got someone walking along that journey with you, really, really makes it a lot easier.